Hi, my name is Amberine and today I will show you on how to make turnip curry, which is also known as gonglu. So sit back and enjoy my video, and please do take notes if you can. Right, firstly I'll be cutting my onions. So for this recipe I'm using 5 onions. So once I've cut my onions I'll be washing them. Okay, these are my turnips which I'll be using for today. Today I'll be using 3 turnips. When you purchase your turnips, make sure you buy the turnip by looking at the skin. If the skin has a nice smooth texture, then you know that your turnip is fresh. If it's slightly coarse and hard, then you know your turnip is not fresh. And even if you prod it with your nail, you hear that slight crunch noise, then you know your turnip is fresh. So make sure when you do buy your turnip, just look at it, observe it, and look at the out part of the turnip and see what it looks like before you buy. Then you know you've got a nice fresh turnip or an old turnip. Okay, did you know turnips are loaded with fiber and vitamins? Vitamins K, A, C, E, B1, B3, B5, B6, and B2, as well as minerals like potassium, magnesium, iron, calcium, and copper. And they are also a good source of phosphorus, omega-3 fatty acids, and protein. Also, turnips are high in fiber and they help make people feel fuller for longer, and they are very low in calories. The fiber contents in the turnips may also prevent constipation and promote regularity for a healthy digestive tract. Okay, ladies, you would love to know what beauty tips you have with turnip. It can brighten your skin and it helps in treating torn feet. It keeps premature aging at bay and it provides proper nourishment to our skin. It aids in treating acne, it helps in skin detoxification, and it provides moisturization to our skin. And the health benefits for the hair are it promotes hair growth, helps in treating scalp acne, it makes our hair much stronger and lustrous, and reduces the risk of hair fall. So we've got nice health benefits there with turnips. Okay, moving on, this is how you take the skin off a turnip. So make sure you don't take the skin off too much. So you go around with a knife. You can use, say, peeler if you want, but I find it's quicker if I use a knife. So once I've taken all the skin off like this, I'll show you the next step. Okay, now what I'll be doing is cut my onions into my wok. Okay, now I'll be cutting my turnips like this. Also, if your turnip was old, it would feel very soft when you touch it and when you cut it, and the color will look more yellowy than like my turnip here. My turnip is fresh, so that's the reason it's looking white. So now you're going to be adding in your salt. So you put in however much salt you eat into your pot. And then I'll be adding in some oil. 3 tablespoons is sufficient. Okay, now I'll be adding in my chilies. So you put in however much chilies you eat. Once I've added all that in, I'll be mixing it until all my turnips and onions are combined with the nice flavours I've just added in. So you mix it in really well. Okay, now I've just switched my wok on, so you can see it bubbling away, and look, the onions have released some water, so it's a good job the water is released, and there's quite a lot of water that's released, so that will help the onions and the turnip melt a lot quicker. So every 5 minutes you just keep coming to just stir your pot. Make sure you stir it really well. Here you can see that the turnip is softening up now. It doesn't take much for the turnip to soften up. So once it's softened, I have to really mash the turnip up. So it's cooking really well here. So all you need to do is just keep stirring. Look how lovely the water's gone down now. So you just keep mixing. Onions are melting lovely, and the turnip has just melted in so beautifully. Look at that. Okay, I think the important ruling on cooking a curry is make sure, please, when you cook your curry, cook on a medium to low heat. Don't ever cook on a high heat. Number one, you'll have a taste difference, and number two, your onions won't melt as well as a low cooked heat. So make sure you are cooking on a medium to low heat, because you want to cook your curry nicely. You don't want to cook it on a high heat. And you have, plus with a high heat, you have that slight burny taste as well, which I don't really like. So my tip is just stick to medium to low heat. Well, you can see here with a wooden spoon, I'm trying to mash up all my turnip and my onions. I mean, you can use a masher, but I prefer using a wooden spoon. Okay, now I'm ready to cut my coriander. So make sure when you cut your coriander very thin. I don't like big piece of coriander in my cooking. So once you've cut it, make sure you wash it really well. Gosh, you can really hear my curry sizzling in the background. Okay, now I'll be washing my chilies. What I normally do is I make a slit like this into the chili, so you get nice flavour out of it when you put it into your cooking. And here I'll be adding in my coriander and my chilies. Okay, I've added in my dried methi, which is fenugreek in as well. Whilst I was washing the coriander, I had already added it in before. So just to get that nice flavour in your cooking. Okay, at this stage, if you feel that your pot needs some more oil, so you can add in more oil in it, and you need to taste your chilies and your salt at this stage is quite vital because you're still cooking it. It's important to add your chilies in while you're cooking because you want to cook your chilies at the same time. There's no point adding the chilies in the end because your chilies won't be cooked and you have that raw taste of your chilies. So make sure you taste now, or if you've got a cheap taster there next to you, ask them to taste it for you. And this is my finished piece of work. It's rather tasty. I mean, because I cooked it really well, you get this nice rich browny colour in your cooking. Now you can sprinkle on some garam masala. Once you've sprinkled it in, mix it really well. So you have a nice garam masala taste in your cooking too. Thank you for watching Ambrine's Creations. I hope you enjoyed my video and I hope it's inspired you. Please like my video and please do leave a comment and tell me what you think of my video. Thanks for watching.